Meet me in the mall. It's going down. Meet me in this house. It's going down. Meet me over there.
Going down.
Hello, my friend. It's been so long.
It's the Hivemind Podcast. Hivemind Podcast. What's up? Hivemind Podcast number 4. Welcome to it. What's up?
I'm chilly today.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Very chilly.
And he's craving stroganoff.
Ooh, damn, that sounds good.
What are we starting with, Graydon? You're kind of in charge of this one.
Starting off. First off, I want to give you the credit that I can give you, which isn't what you deserve. You deserve way more than the credit I can give you.
Wow, thanks.
But you popped off last night.
We could talk about the 48-hour cycle I've been on here.
Let them know.
Should I just want to I want to tell the story of how that even happened.
Let's hear it.
Because a lot of people have been asking me.
Document it.
And so I'll put it on camera here. So it actually started probably 8 months ago or something. Adam22 from No Jumper tweeted out that he did a thumbnail contest for the first Adam22 show. And similarly, I was up at 2 in the morning when I saw it, and he said he needed it the next day. And I was like, fuck it, man. Stayed up stayed up all night and drew all of them, and then I submitted it, and I didn't get picked for it, but everybody who I drew, Robesman, Adam22, Desto Dub, and Hakeem all hit me up and said that they liked what I did, and we're like, oh, this is cool. So that was a cool day for me, and Desto actually asked me to put his face tats on his the cartoon I had drawn of him then, and sent me selfies and shit, and then he got my number. And I ended up doing art for a song with him, Pimp P and Greedo. Did a song for just Pimp P. Desto kind of facilitated all that stuff for me. And so I've been in contact with him for a long time doing work and just catching up with each other and linking on stuff. And then he hit me up 2 weeks ago to do a song with him, SSG Lil Splurge, who's about to blow up, and Maxo Cream. And I did their art. And after that, Desto kind of said I've got more projects coming. And so then yesterday, this is probably going to come out Thursday or something, or maybe Friday, but yesterday being Tuesday,
the 25th.
The 25th. Wait, is that right? I don't know. He hit me up one day at 3 p.m. and he said, yo, I just got off the phone with Greedo and we're dropping this song tomorrow. It's me, Uzi, Pump, Smoke Perp, Greedo. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, listen, I need art tomorrow.
Sad.
I need it as soon as you can get it to me. And I was like, man, this is crazy. I just know that I'm going to be up all night. And so I stayed up till 11:15 in the morning. I worked from 5 p.m. when I started it till 11:15 in the morning doing this. Just drinking caffeine, just trying to stay up. At points I was drifting into delirium and my lines were getting all fucked up. I just couldn't do it. I was really doubting myself. And then I fell asleep at 11:15. Woke up at 12:30, kept working on it. So I had an hour of sleep in me. I was just plugging away at it. And he texted me and I was about a half hour from being done. And he was like, I need it now. And so the last 15 minutes, I was just trying to do shit really fast and figure it out, sent it to him. And then he was like, fire, all this stuff. And then I actually ended up napping because he hadn't posted it, and then he posted it 2 minutes before I woke up from my nap. And so I woke up and my phone was going crazy and everybody's hitting me up.
We were playing it downstairs.
Yeah, and I came downstairs to all my roommates playing it and shit. So wow. Yeah, since then it's been a weird ride.
You got the Complex mention.
Complex wrote me up a little bit. Shout out to Joshua Espinoza who wrote that. I don't know you, but thank you for putting me in there.
A real G.
Also in Double XL, Fader, Hot New Hip Hop, on No Jumpers channel, tons of shit. So
everywhere you want it.
Yeah, Smoke Perp posted it, lots of shit. So it's been really cool. I'm grateful for the opportunity. It's really historic that that's the first 03 Greedo song to come out after his sentence, and that he facilitated it through Dub, and then Dub came straight to me is a blessing. So that's super cool. But ching. So that's the story for everybody. We'll move on from there. But Bank Teller out now. Prod Thank You Fizzle too. So he snapped on the beat. Super cool song.
It's a great song.
Uzi's verse, my favorite. Can't even lie. Desto's verse is nice though. He goes pretty hard. But Uzi's got the Paul McCartney line, which was super funny, and Misty,
the Misty line.
from Pokemon. That shit's funny as hell.
Shout out Luna.
And Trixie from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yep, shout out Trixie.
Shout out Trixie. So yeah.
In equally big news, Kill Shots can go gold now. So
well, number 3 in the country debut, biggest YouTube debut of any hip hop song of all time. Really weird that that's the song, but here we are. So.
I just felt like we needed to touch on it because we talked so much about the beef last time, and this song is like, I still haven't heard it.
You haven't heard Kill Shot?
And I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to like be a part of what pushes the song's success.
I feel you, but I mean, I would say like it's funny because the first time I heard it, I was like, oh shit, like he's going crazy, and then I listened to it again, and I was like, he doesn't like land anything from a content standpoint on Machine Gun Kelly. So I still think that like Machine Gun Kelly kind of has the upper hand, and there are some corny lines in there, like Eminem calls him a mumble rapper. Eminem says like, how you gonna name yourself after a machine gun, or name yourself after a gun and have a man bun? And it's like, you know, that's not a cool line. So I wish Eminem kind of landed it just like heavier, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I mean, and Machine Gun's album's doing well.
Is it? Binges?
Yeah. It's doing well. It's like, I see it all over Hot New Hip Hop. It's high up on iTunes.
Yeah.
The videos are done pretty well, but
Tracy tweeted that he fucks with Machine Gun Kelly. That's a big cosign for MGK. At least in my book. I mean, if Tracy fucks with him, I can fuck with him.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that Tracy snippet that he posted today.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that song's going to be called, but the caption for it was like, I'm a snake in the grass eating rats or something like that. And then he tagged like, hop on this Uzi, and tagged Uzi. And then Uzi said, I'm ready. And he said, say less king. So that's a great snippet. I mean, like, I think everything Tracy's been dropping is amazing.
That's the collab we need.
Yeah. Oh,
that is what we need.
Well, they had like a Farmer remix. Yeah. They got that. But yeah, and they have the song that's him, Bands, and Uzi. Tracy, Bands, and Uzi.
Farmer art snapped.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't use it, but that shit snapped.
Yeah, Tracy posted that and said, why y'all do this? Which I was super funny. That was like my other biggest moment on Instagram, was like when he had it up, people were going crazy on my profile. Yeah. And then he kind of like subtweeted me and said like, or somebody said like, LOL, GBC fans really think Tracy has Coke tattooed on his face. And I had wrote Coke instead of Coco, which is his mom's name, on his face tat. But it was really like a brain fart. Like I knew in my head that it was Coco. I just like wrote it as Coco. I don't know, whatever. So I fixed it and reposted it, and nobody cared. But so I thought they might use it for the art or something, but whatever. I don't care. Tracy's still like my favorite rapper right now, so I'm totally psyched for all his new shit. 10 Racks is a great song. Chiropract, Heart, all smash hits to me. So yeah, what else do we get into this week?
We got big music coming Friday.
Big music coming Friday. We got Carter 5.
Boop.
We got, what else?
Knowledge's new project, which I'm excited about.
Knowledge's Flip, the Flip album,
There's
right?
a single out from it right now called Like a Light, and it's a sicko mode, Drake's verse. And it's just like beautifully buried under like keys and strings and all that like lo-fi shit you can expect from Knowledge constantly.
Yeah, I liked that. That was cool.
Yeah, and they're doing a cool promo for it. Like if you download the Like a Light song in its highest quality off Bandcamp or something, they'll email you the album on Friday, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Knowledge is always fighting for like, you know,
crafty
kind of
ways.
like what's it called, audio file type thing, like just like high quality music and like really caring intimately about the music. So and it's like a play on the stuff people are listening to who probably aren't audiophiles, so I feel like that appeals to a lot of people.
Yeah
That was cool. And then like on the rock side of things, I'll add in Pine Grove's releasing an album on Friday after a big hiatus, big controversy. Pitchfork has a really well written article by Jen Pelly up on their whole thing. So if you were a fan of Pine Grove before or during all the controversy, I think it really clears up a lot of stuff and kind of just gives like a good timeline to follow of like why the perception of that controversy was the way it was. And I think, at least for me, it made me kind of like rest and get ready for Pine Grove to release new music and not feel any sort of like weirdness about it.
Confliction.
So I'm excited to see what they did. I think it's still called Skylight. That was like the album they had announced and shelved at the time, and it's coming out independently. All of the proceeds going to 3 different charities that deal with that sort of thing. So super excited for that.
Isn't Yandi coming out this weekend?
Yandi comes out on the 29th, which is kind of weird.
Sunday?
I think that's Sunday.
No, today's the 26th, so 7, 8, 9. It comes out Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
It's tough.
Well, I imagine that Yandi coming out then might be insider intel on Carter 5 coming out. Maybe he doesn't want to fuck with Carter 5's first day. I don't know. Kanye doesn't seem like the type to really consider those type of things, but I do think it'll be an exciting weekend for music regardless.
Yeah, talking good music. I saw last night that Kanye bought Sci-Hi the Prince a Bentley truck, and he was just like geeked about it. Obviously, I mean, you get a Bentley truck from anyone, let alone Kanye. It's crazy, and that just got me like looking into Sci-Hi a little more, and I hadn't been listening to him as much, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I saw that he featured on Louisville's Jack Harlow's new record, Loose. And Jack Harlow's I lived in Cincinnati for the last 2 years, and so that was a region, at least in the country, that was getting a lot of buzz from him. I know he played festivals like Forecastle and was really making moves like in that area, and I heard his single, Sundown, off this record, and I was like, oh, this is pretty sweet. And then I saw Sci-Hi the Prince post this video that's Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz dancing around to the song he features off that record. And I was like, bullshit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I go to Jack's Instagram, and it was like he posted and was like, oh, Alicia's enjoying Loose. And I'm like, yeah, she's enjoying it. Whatever.
I think that one of the coolest things about that Jack Harlow thing is you look at him and you just don't think that he would rap like could rap like he does. So it's one of those things that I think, like you said, he's on a subsidiary of Atlantic, and I think Atlantic kind of picks up on things like that are like something about when you see that video, which I think I saw the Sundown video. I saw a big video of his with a lot of people in it and stuff.
Under a bridge at one point.
Yeah, under a bridge at one point.
Sundown, yeah.
Sundown. And I saw him, and it made me be like, I gotta show some people this, because like this is like, it's like a King Cruel effect, where like when you hear King Cruel, you don't expect it to be like a skinny redheaded boy, you know what I mean? And then because he's got this deep voice, and Jack Harlow kind of has this like intense rapper like lyrical thing going, but he has like a lot of energy to him, and then you see him and he looks like he could be in Superbad or something. Like,
so. He has like I was thinking about it last night. I was like unpacking Loose. I was like, he's like damn near like the boom bap Lil Pump. Like he has like the like kind of blasé delivery at times, but like has such a stronger pocket than Pump. Like he stays in like his rhythm, like no matter the beat. And all of his beats are like pretty subversive and like don't really like overpower him, and he just like stays his same tone, and like the flow's consistent, wordplay's great. The features are good. K-Camp makes an appearance on the album, and I hadn't heard his name in a while. He kills his verse. So shout out Jack Harlow. Yeah,
shout out Jack Harlow.
Shout out Louisville.
Another thing that happened in the middle of the week, which we don't usually get music drops around this time, but Young Thug On The Run EP came out. And I've been listening to that a ton. It's really interesting. I think coming off of Slime Language, which was billed as a compilation, I think a lot of people took that as an album. And for me, at least, I was kind of underwhelmed with Slime Language. I mean, there are a lot of songs that I really like on it, but it seemed like bloated. And sometimes I feel like when Young Thug picks a really melodic beat, he tries to go super melodic on it or make it like a pop song. And I like when he picks something that knocks a little harder, and he has like a natural inherent melody to his voice when he raps. And so on this project, it's a lot of London beats. I'm not sure that he did all of them, but it's a lot of London on the track. And then like he's got really interesting features. So he's got Black on the second song, or third
and
song,
perfect
I think.
Timing too with that, because Black's album's hot right now.
Black's album's hot, and that song is really good. And then he's got Jaden Smith on a song Sin, which I don't usually like Jaden Smith too much, but I really like him on that song, and I really like what Thug did with it, where he has this hilarious line that I noticed where he says, got the same name as the butler. Thug says that. Jeffrey's the butler in Fresh Prince. So it's hilarious that he says it on a song with Jaden Smith.
Woo!
And then And then the obvious, like stunner feature he's got is the Elton John Rocket Man flip.
Yeah.
Which today Elton John said so cool and so good.
He's like, oh, I've met Young Thug. Great guy. He remixed my song Rocket Man. It sounds awesome.
Yeah. He said so cool and so good. And
he played it on his own radio station.
Yeah,
so
the
he was
Beats
like,
One
I
thing.
don't play my own music, but Thugger remixed Rocket Man. So...
And that's great. I mean, like, that song really sounds amazing. Like, it's called High, and I was kind of aching for it to be a real Elton John feature, and I hope that happens out of this. I hope this kind of spawns that. But, like, wow. I mean, he really does his thing with it. Like, he flips it where it's not too close to the original song, where it doesn't, like, add much, but it, like... Thug sings really well on it. He kind of, like, knows when to come in and out. So I really
wonder
like
when that's going to be... a trend, or if that has the potential to be a trend, like old classic songs, like just being like blatantly sampled, like, you know what I mean, and saying featuring, Billy Idol or fucking Billy Joel or Billy Bob Thornton all these Billies. I'm stuck on Billy.
Yeah. And I feel like that formula is kind of like a broken clock, twice a day type thing. Like, I don't really like when they do that, to be honest, because it like.
But if Young Thug kept doing it,
like when Eminem did it for the Aerosmith song, you know what I mean? Like that, I was like, but like that could not happen now. Nobody would fuck with that. But when it happened, I didn't know the Aerosmith song well enough where I was like, because I wasn't growing up on Aerosmith or anything, but like, I don't know. I still think that that Thug project is like his best in a long time. So like maybe since Slime Season 3.
Why is it called On the Run? Is he literally on the run?
I don't know the details too well. So I mean, this is like a really vague explanation of it. But essentially, an old gun charge that he had gotten. Basically, they charged him with like possession of marijuana that was publicly, and then like. A few months later, they elaborated on the charges, and essentially there were a bunch of other drug charges involved, and so now he's facing time for those. So I'm not sure exactly the specifics of it, but the cover art for it says like prosecutor and like on the run, and then it signs like Jeffrey Lamar Williams, and then at the bottom says like some stuff about it. So
free him, free our man Thug.
Yeah, free Thug. That'll be I don't know. I feel like we'll be hearing a lot of Free Thug probably within the next songs. Yeah. Probably from Offset, because Offset, he returning the favor.
Yep.
Slime Season 3, he says free Offset. And that always, whenever I hear it, I'm always like, man, I can't believe Offset was locked up at that time. That's when Migos was like making songs just Quavo and Takeoff. But
well, now that we're talking about the streets, I know you and me listened to a little Young Dolph. Today.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Snoop Dogg feature, first song I had to click on.
Yeah, Role Models, the project.
Very excited about that. The Snoop Dogg feature is great. Dolph is so hard. He he's not doing anything new, but he is Young Dolph, and it's a whole big-ass album with him on it. The Offset feature is also loud, too. That's why I thought of it, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good album. I'm going to go through and re-listen to it for sure.
I know he said that it's his best work, so, I mean, I'm excited to... I haven't listened to it all the way through, but I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah. If you can get Snoop on a song, I'm there for it.
Yeah, I like hearing any new Snoop. He's rarer on music than you think he would be.
His flow's timeless, man.
Yeah,
he'll still have that smoothness till like the day he dies.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That new Juicy J and Travis Scott.
Is that out?
Neighbors, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Juicy is way stronger on it than Travis, in my opinion. It sounds like Juicy like takes a Travis flow in it, like kind of like delivers a verse like in the cadence of like Astroworld-esque songs. And so I thought that was cool to see like Juicy's like veteran experience being like, oh, I'll hop on a song with the young guy and like rap just like him.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's cool to hear Juicy back in the scene. I've only seen him really like as an incubator over the last couple months, like for younger acts and like working with Suicide Boys and a lot of these guys. But
yeah, and like he has like Peep features on his stuff, and he was on the Race Remembered Power Glide song.
He's always gonna sneak a big feature here
for sure. Another thing that's coming out Friday that I just remembered, which I'm interested to hear. I'm not usually a fan, but Logic's releasing what's it called? Young Sinatra 2 or whatever.
Yeah. I keep getting that and the JID record mixed up.
Yeah.
DiCaprio 2.
DiCaprio
Every time
too.
someone's like, DiCaprio 2's coming out, I'm like,
Are you a Logic fan?
Yeah. Okay.
No. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's called Young Sinatra 2, and I heard him talking about it in an interview, and he said like, this isn't like me kind of like doing boom bap flows on these new beats. He's like, I'm like doing boom bap like as if it were the 90s right now. Like that's what I'm doing on this project. And he's like, my real fans know that that's what they can expect from this project is like really like just back to basics. Like it's going to sound like it's from the 90s. And so I'm kind of interested.
A little excited. Yeah.
See, I'm down because I like to hear. I think he's a good rapper. I think when he tries to do too much with making a message out of things or adding like annexing like a pop star, like a kind of like he had like Ryan Tedder on one of his songs that he just released, and that was like unlistenable for me. Like Ed Sheeran types, he likes to put them on songs, which I just don't really like that type of music. So I kind of look to him for when he's going hard rapping, like he did 44 bars and 44 more, like those songs. I like.
Part of me thinks that like he doesn't want to be on those songs with like Ryan Tedder. It's just like the obvious link up for like the label. They're like
his interviews. He likes all that stuff. Oh, yeah, for sure. But Logic's also a fan of Destroyer, and I really love Destroyer. I was surprised in his second Nardwuar interview. He was talking about how he listens to them, and I was like, whoa, I want him to like get some features like that, do something weird. Like check out Destroyer if you haven't. They're sweet. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like deep in the Logic fandom. I just like check out what he drops, and I think he's got cool art direction. Definitely. Has, I feel like conceptually, like when he's in a concept, he does really well too. So, also, Leo Pastel interview now.
Bing.
It's out. So check out our boy Leo. Got a song called Growth that is out now, one of my favorites, and he's got one of my favorite songs of the year.
Slapper.
Real contender, like top 3 songs of the year.
Whoa
is up there. Shout out Muwasi. We need a Muwasi interview too if you're watching. We need that.
Get back to Ohio.
Yeah, she's in LA, but if she comes back, we got to get that interview no matter what. So, yeah, that's about what I'm enjoying. I'm excited for Friday. Excited to see if the Carter 5 is new stuff, old stuff, a mix of the two.
I did sleep on one album.
What'd you sleep on?
1.5, the Amine album.
Oh, I have been meaning to check this out.
Spinning that, dude. This last week has been raucous for me. Like it was like, I don't know. You know how it is when you sleep on shit. Like you hear it and you're like, what have I been doing with my life?
Yeah. Why did I re-listen to this album? Type of
his
thing.
Variety and like ability to like make his influences like so clear in each different song is like a really wide spectrum. The song with Gunna, it goes crazy. Like he has like it's a Playboy type flow I get like throughout the album.
Oh, really?
He does it with like just like a unique delivery. It's like a little less repetitive and more like using that flow and like those kind of motifs to deliver what Amine is about, which is always like a little on like the quirky, like
almost like indie rap side. Yeah.
But definitely, if you haven't heard that yet, or
I need to check it out.
Mess with it. Tell me your favorite songs. Tell me why you like them. Don't sleep on these guys out here.
Yeah, I've been sleeping on that one too. I got to admit, but I'll go back and check it out for sure. I'm gonna catch this Amine show in Cincinnati though.
Yeah, he's gonna be in Cincy. I'm gonna go see that, man.
I'm just gonna go see him. Who knows what could happen? I want to go see him. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Shit, man, leave some comments and show some love.
Show some love. Watch the Leo interview. If you like, no matter what you do, watch the Leo Pastel interview. Share it. He's gonna be a big star. I believe that.
Keep tabs on him.
Keep tabs on him.
Coming for your ass.
And then HivemindTV.com coming very soon. YouTube.com/HivemindTV. Follow us. Follow at HivemindTV on Instagram. At HivemindAssociate on Twitter. And catch us in the next podcast. We might have a special surprise for you in the next one, just so you know. All right. Thank you very much. Peace out.